Warriors fans, I got some bad news. One, Jonathan Kuminga does not care about the money when it comes to these negotiations with the Golden State Warriors. Number two, he wants to be a Sacramento King. We'll tell you why in just a second, but it's a journey that we got to take you on first to get there, and it starts with this, it not being about the money for Jonathan Kuminga. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel because we've been updating you guys with this Jonathan Kuminga saga better than anybody else on YouTube. And I'm trying to get to 98,000 subscribers by training camp. That's a little over 2 weeks away. So can 197 diehard members of Dub Nation go down below and hit the subscribe button for free Warriors content every single day? Tim McMahon said this on the Hoop Collective podcast with Tim Bontemps and Brian Windhorst. Jonathan Kuminga is miserable. He doesn't want to be in Golden State. He knows they don't want him. He doesn't want to maximize his earnings. He wants to get in a situation where he feels like he can thrive. Whether you agree or disagree about his ability, his talent, he wants to go find out. He's effed around long enough, and now he wants to find out. So, Jonathan Kuminga just wants to get out of Golden State as quickly as possible. But that just makes no sense to me because if he hates Golden State so much and he wants to get out of there ASAP, then why are you not willing to waive the no-trade clause that comes with the Warriors deal? Like, if Golden State is so bad and you feel like you can thrive in other situations, like, there has to be more than one or two situations around the league that you think you could thrive in or that you think Golden State would put you in. Like, they're going to put you in a spot that probably has some openings for a young player like you to go play unwarranted, or else a team wouldn't trade for you. So there's no point in not waiving this no-trade clause. This just has to do with Jonathan Kuminga probably finding only one destination that he feels most comfortable with. The Phoenix Suns did make an offer on Jonathan Kuminga, and this is more of it having not to do with the money, because Kuminga was ready to play for much cheaper than anything the Golden State Warriors have offered so far, even on the 2-year $45 million deal that a lot of people aren't in love with or even think is laughable for Kaminga. He was ready to play, though, for less than that. He was ready to play for 3 years, $63 million with the Phoenix Suns, all those years being guaranteed, but he was willing to play for less than $20 million in the first season of a new deal with the Phoenix Suns. So it just doesn't make any sense that he is, caring about the money with the Golden State Warriors here just because they bumped up another year. As of right now, the Warriors have an offer out of 3 years, $75 million. And that is a new offer that they made just last week. Mike Dunleavy came up with it. And I do think it's a little ridiculous that Kaminga won't accept that because it gives him 2 years of $48 million guaranteed. So there is your financial security. So I guess it really doesn't matter to Kaminga all that much because now we're at the point that we're at where Kaminga is ready to go out there and accept the qualifying offer. Like, there's two offers out there for JK to make more than he would make with another team, it being the Phoenix Suns or the Sacramento Kings, because I believe that the deal with the Kings being 4 years, $90 million would equate to more money in the first, or less money, in the first year of the deal than this 3-year offer from Mike Dunleavy. So I guess Jonathan Kuminga cares little to nothing about the money that he'd be foregoing because he's now threatening to take the qualifying offer. That seems like the likeliest option. Aaron Turner, Kaminga's agent, continues to push that this is the likeliest option if there isn't a significant change to what's going on with Golden State's offers. So the Warriors are not in a good situation at all, but it makes no sense. Like, this whole situation is so confusing. I feel like I'm running in so many different circles and squiggly lines that I'm going insane. Because for Jonathan Kuminga to think he's getting the leg up or one-upping the Warriors by taking this qualifying offer and just going into unrestricted free agency next offseason, it makes no sense because you're not going to make that money back. Yes, you're already foregoing $13 million in this upcoming season with the Golden State Warriors by making the qualifying offer. But there is zero chance, and I mean zero chance, that you get that money back the following season. Want to know why? It's objective. For Jonathan Kuminga to recoup the money that he would be losing by taking the qualifying offer this upcoming year, in the first year of a new deal with a new team in 2026, he would need to be paid $40 million. There isn't one team in the NBA that's paying $40 million for Jonathan Kuminga, especially in the first year of a contract that's not front-loaded. So I don't understand why Kuminga is threatening this. It incentivizes Kerr little to nothing to play him or give him a big enough role to warrant a big contract in free agency next year. So I don't really think that he's got the best perspective right now on what he wants to do in his basketball career if his goal is to get out of Golden State as quick as possible. Because if he accepts a qualifying offer, you're there guaranteed for the full year. If you don't, then there's a good chance you get traded into a situation that you would find much more favorable. So the only outcomes left, if that doesn't happen, which it seems like that's where he's trending right now. Golden State or Jonathan Kuminga accepts one of the Warriors' deals. They maybe add a little bit more guaranteed money somewhere. Or the Warriors find a sign and trade. There is a possibility that could still be on the table. Sam Amick said this about the Warriors and Jonathan Kuminga's current conversations. For what it's worth, one team source described the recent contract talks between Kaminga and the Warriors as positive. If the Warriors were willing to add even more guaranteed money into the third season, which they have not done thus far, then this option would be all the more likely. So we know the hang-up with Jonathan Kuminga and the Warriors' contract negotiations and disputes is the team option versus player option ordeal, but it's not just that. It's the year 3 that Amick is talking about here that Golden State wants nothing to do with. They're kind of worried, I would assume, that they wouldn't be able to find a trade that makes sense for them for Kaminga, and they would be stuck with his money on the books potentially for a third season. I don't think it's the most logical worry to have right now, but they don't want anything to do with money on their books in 2027 because of something we'll talk about on tomorrow's show. There's some big free agents, including Steph Curry, that are due up for new deals in 2027. So the way that they could amend this is maybe we rework the old deal and guarantee some more money on the second year of that contract. We've talked about that a little bit on the show previously. If you guarantee a little bit more of the money in 26-27 and make that a player option, then we could just probably nip this thing in the bud and we could get Kaminga to a new home at some point this season. It would still kind of make him an expiring contract because I'm sure there's only one place that he wants to go, and it's Sacramento, which we're going to talk about in just a second. But it looks like no matter what, we're going to get Kaminga on the Dubs this upcoming season, and it's going to include some drama. If you guys want to manifest no drama for your Warriors this upcoming year, which will help them kind of get off to a hotter start, go down below, like the video. Just show some support to the Dubs here. They're going to need it because I think more drama is coming here sooner rather than later. Coming up next, the only way that a sign and trade is still possible. It's the one team. It's the team that he wants to go to. So we'll talk about it in just a second. First, though, get hooked up with some Warriors hats. It's fall. This is perfect hoodie over the hat season. I like this khaki one. All these Warriors logo hats are pretty tough. I like the new styles with the cream and the colored brim. That's really in right now. They also got these awesome throwback design ones as well. They're all at this link right here, chatsports.com/Warriors hats. Look at the design on this one. I think this one's fresh for the woods in the fall season. It's all tough. Chatsports.com/Warriors hats to get yours today. That link's in the comment section and description of today's video. The Sacramento Kings must include Keon Ellis. That's the only way. The only way that a sign and trade is still possible before the season begins is if the Sacramento Kings include Keon Ellis in their deal. The 6'6", athletic, two-way wing. He is a player. I actually think that he's one of these Ayo DeSumo type level players that can be a starter or the first man off the bench on a championship level team. And if you include Keon Ellis in whatever trade package that makes sense for the Kings to send for Jonathan Kuminga, then maybe the Golden State Warriors will go out there and accept it because the Malik Monk stuff, that's just not going to fly at this point right now. And why Keon Ellis? Why the Sacramento Kings? Well, apparently Kuminga, he's got his sights set on there. Ashish Mathur from Dallas Hoops Journal said the following: Kuminga doesn't have a good relationship with Warriors head coach Steve Kerr. The Kings told Kaminga they view him as an all-star forward who will receive a high usage rate under head coach Doug Christie, according to sources, and that was music to Kaminga's ears. Okay, so that leaves us with this. How about we rework the Malik Monk deal and just include Keon Ellis and Dario Saric instead? I think the Kings will be able to take on this money. I think they will. They haven't signed Russell Westbrook or anything like that, so I believe the Kings will be able to take on the additional money here because you're only getting about $7 or $8 million back to Golden State. So it would fit perfectly under Golden State's restricted free agent sign and trade provisions where you can only take back 50%. But The worry here is the money going back to Sacramento signing Kaminga. If it all fits, though, this is a deal I would be doing. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, except this deal right now. But I don't think that Sacramento would probably want to do this deal. I think it's unlikely unless the Kings are scared of 2026 free agency, because there is going to be 10 teams in the 2026 offseason that have some cap space available to potentially throw at Kaminga. But if they already have some kind of understanding that they're going to join forces next offseason, then there's no reason for the Kings to give up any assets on Kaminga right now. Maybe, though, with Keon Ellis having a player option or playing on a player option this upcoming season, it's a team option. He's a free agent in 2026. So maybe this is just a clean swap, and we see this happen before the season begins. It's unlikely, but if Golden State is really, really worried at the last second that he's going to accept the qualifying offer and the Kings are willing to make a move on him, then go out there and make this trade. Would you make it? A for accept, D for decline. I'm trying to hear from Dub Nation on what they would do in this situation if they were the Warriors front office. A for accept, D for decline on if you would accept Keon Ellis, Dario Saric, and a protected first-round pick, a little reworking the Malik Monk deal for Jonathan Kuminga. And make sure you are subscribed to Warriors Today. That will do it for today's show. YouTube.com/Warriors TV. We'll see you guys in the next one as we keep you in the loop with all the latest on Kuminga. And as always, let's go Dubs.